I grew up in Colorado Springs. I'm a native of Colorado Springs, and a lot of my family grew up in Manitou Springs. My great-grandmother was actually the first woman mayor of Colorado, and that was of Manitou Springs. I actually have a cousin that is on the fire line right now. He was overnight, he was checking for hot spots throughout Manitou.
Our photojournalist Brian Willie has been out there every day since the weekend when this fire started. You grew up there, so you know the lay of the land down there. And to see what you saw last night, how are you doing today?
You know, I'm doing okay. We have to do this. We have to report the news, and there's people outside or at home right now and with friends and family that need to know what's going on, so it's important for us to be able to do the job that we're doing. So that's kind of what's getting me by right now. Right behind me, I'm standing at the corner of Garden of the Gods and Centennial, and right behind me is the Mountain Shadows area. And I can tell you that my mother-in-law lives just right behind me, and I am extremely happy right now to see what I'm seeing. There's a hillside of homes that I was for sure was gone last night, and it's in the area where my mother-in-law lives. There's quite a few homes that are there. I can count at least 10 structures that are there. I can see one or two that have definitely burned down to the foundation.
Now, off to the left of the balloon, you could see some of the video cameras there, and one of those belongs to our own Brian Willie, who we can go now to on the phone. Brian, what are you seeing on the ground there next to the balloon?
Well, I've got some information that I'm not quite sure how to say it, but I don't believe that they found anybody with this balloon. Oh my goodness! They backed off. They punctured holes in it to make it non-flyable at this point. But there's no basket, and they're not pulling anybody out of it at this point. Okay. They are still looking. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. I had to run into a dirt field, which was the best landing for it. But at this point, they have not. They're not pulling any child out of this balloon at this time. They continued it. They've lifted it up. What you say was the basket, they've now completely lifted upside down. And again, they have not found any child. There was no child on board this balloon at this point.
And I can tell you that my mother-in-law's house is right across the street from Chapita Elementary, so hopefully that's good news. Kyle, I'll send it back to you.
Oh, I love it. Let's keep the hope that it's all right. I'm glad that she's doing okay.
It's pretty devastating. Right as you go past Ted's place and you start to get into Poudre Canyon, the first part of the foothills there in Poudre Canyon, they're completely charred at this point. They burned twice overnight. It started burning around 1:30, and then they reignited around probably 5 a.m. and the flames that I saw were just amazing. Wall of fire, that fire activity that you normally see during the middle of the day, the hottest part of the day, we've been seeing here since 1:30 all the way until 5 a.m. You can't see those flames now because the smoke is blowing back onto it. But I had a chance overnight to meet and talk to quite a few of the evacuees from the Poudre Canyon area. Let's take a listen.
Probably 300 foot in a place or two. It's a red ball.
It's like a big fireball.
It's gotten huge. It's really fast moving.
Quite a devastating thing up there. It was raging over a hill just to the south of us there. It just looks like the main body is headed south. Right now, there's absolutely nothing they can do.
Just looks like the whole world is on fire up there.
It's an unbelievable show. People that have never seen anything like this don't know what they're missing. I mean, it's big.
That wind picked up, sustained at 20, gusting to 30 to 40.
It's in heavy timber.
And that glow is getting farther south.
Burning across the ridge up there.
Generally lay down at night, and this one's not.
I can't let you up.
They're not here. That's probably
right. Until they come down and get you, okay, I can't let you in.
One of my firefighter buddies up there came banging on the door, and he said, get out of there now.
I didn't have enough time to throw everything I wanted to in the car.
It was unbelievable. When I left out of there, it was almost like daylight. It's unbelievable how fast it's traveled to the south.
We've had 8 wildfires in the last 12 years.
It's been a long time since I've seen one this big in heavy timber. There's no way they can control it. It's totally out of control now. That hot spot's been there for quite a while. It's been there for a couple of hours.
It hasn't slowed down at all from what we could see.
Watching that timber burn, that's up on the Graves Dairy property. He owns almost all the way up to Stove Prairie and a few places.
This one's just a monster. That's all you can describe it as. And this is by far the biggest one.
There's a lot of beetle kill up in that area. That's unbelievable. Nothing to stop it. No rivers or anything, so I'm just going to camp out here. I'm not even going to leave. I have no earthly idea, bud, whether I'm going to have a place to go home to or not. It just, it's that bad. I hope like the devil my house is okay. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful. Actually, if it wasn't so devastating, it is beautiful.
That's Tom White there, and as beautiful as he thinks it is, we're really hoping that he does have a house to go home to. I just talked to him a little bit ago, and he still has no word. Overnight, there's a lot of animals that people have on their farmland up in here, their ranch land, and there's one llama ranch just up the canyon. They have about 150 llamas, and the convoy of trailers that came in here overnight for them to try and get all those llamas out was pretty impressive. They were able to get quite a few of them out. I don't know how many, but I did see the trailers get back out, and I know that was a pretty intense time for them. But again, the winds, 20 miles an hour sustained, gusting at 30 to 40, and we're just really hoping that the air attack can get up here shortly and really take care of this fire. But they've got their work cut out for them. Corey, I'll send it back to you.